Hey everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Irit. I'm a watercolor and mixed media intuitive artist based in Austria in Europe. And on my channel, I share all my arty adventures. Today I have a fun video for you, hopefully. And I'm going to swatch some new Molotow, hopefully that's the way they are pronounced, acrylic markers. Now, I have been painting with mixed media for several years. I do think that acrylic markers are a great product to have in your arsenal because of their versatility and the fact that they go on top of other media so nicely. They will go on top of pretty much everything except, you know, oil paint, oil pastels, that kind of thing. Now, there are several brands on the market. Posca is super popular. I admit, I don't know, I never really fell in love with them. It's not that I can tell you that they didn't work properly, but somehow I'm not sure what it is, if it's the formulation, the level of opacity. I really fell in love with the Molotow, and I've been using them on so many, you know, paintings and sketchbooks, and they're really a joy to sketch with. And it's just a level that I never really felt with the Posca. So I can't tell you exactly what it is, but for me, they just perform better overall. And the reality is that I've had these for years and I never used them as much as I've used the Molotow. I don't know, these are German, so I don't even know how they would be pronounced in German. Molotow. No idea. The other brand that I've tried are the Liquitex. They also have a variety of sizes. For some reason, I've only ever tried their like super chunky markers, which I think every one of these brands, the other ones that I've showed you, Posca and Molotow, they also have a chunky one. I've only ever tried the Liquitex, and this is a new one. I had some of their really older ones. They worked fine, but again, somehow I didn't really fall in love with them. I think this size is just not what I enjoy. They worked fine. Again, just I didn't really connect with them. And then a few months ago, I think last year it was, I bought some of the Molotow. Now, my biggest advice to you, especially if you're a mixed media artist and you want to try different things, don't buy the big set with all the colors. I know it's tempting. I have done that so many times, but the truth is that probably you're not going to use all the colors, and you're better off buying just a few colors that you really love and see if that particular supply works for you before investing in a huge set. If you get a couple of these and you see that you love them and you use them all the time, then it is a really fun investment, or, you know, maybe put it on your wish list for the holidays to get a bigger set. I looked at the sets and I'm kind of specific with my colors. So at the beginning, I started with these colors, which I absolutely love, pretty much all of them. And now I've decided to get a few more, but I still didn't get everything on the range. There are all kinds of like blue, like browns that I didn't get, and oranges, like some neon colors that are just not my thing. So if you can get a good deal on these, I really think it's better to buy them open stock, unless you really like all the colors in a set or you find a really good price. So let me show you the colors, and this will hopefully help you choose, you know, which colors you want to invest in. These are not super cheap, but they're really great. I mostly use them on top of paints. My favorite current paint is this vinyl paint. It's called Flash. It's wonderfully matte, and these go on top of all acrylic paints, but they look and work so well on top of these matte paints. So it's just like such a great combination that really brings me joy. Enough with the intro. Let's start swatching the colors. I picked up a thicker the 4mm white. See, my current favorite size for these is the 2mm. It's thin enough to add detail, which is how I like to use these, but it's thick enough to, you know, have enough presence also on canvases. Now I have the 1mm white, and I don't know, I'm just not loving this tip, and I'll probably get the 2mm. But I think the formula is great and it is quite opaque. So as you can see, just on top of black. A Sahara Beige Pastel. This is a color that I've had for a while and I really enjoy it. It kind of gives me Naples yellow vibes, but it's I would say probably a little bit, just a tad more muted than a Naples yellow. The next is new. This is Ochre Brown Light, and when you first get these, you see the top is white. You have to hold it down until the color from the barrel flows down. I have found for me the best is to store these cap down. That gives me the kind of most reliable application. One of the things that bothered me in acrylic markers in the past was that, you know, you have to like get them going, or sometimes they don't flow properly. And personally, that for me is a reason not to use it. It's annoying, it's frustrating, and I really need to have reliable supplies. This is Ochre Brown Light. So I would say if you like to use markers for maybe landscaping, this would be a great color. The next is Vanilla Pastel. I've had this color for a while and I really, really like it. It's just a soft yellow. I use it a lot. It looks great in florals, which is a lot of what I paint, like abstract florals. I really enjoy this color for like highlights, details on flowers. This is Zinc Yellow. This one is new to me and it's just a nice bright yellow. I'm using here the Cuddy Fat Book, I think it's called. The paper is really trash and it's not great for acrylic markers, so don't do that. The next one is Peach Pastel. This is a new color to me and I think the color looks exactly how I would expect it to. Next we have Dare Orange. I don't use a ton of orange, but somehow I wanted still to have this kind of bright orange. We'll see if I use it. There's the color. Next we have Traffic Red. This is probably these two are not going to get a lot of use. Then we have Skin Pastel. This is another color I've had for quite some time. I don't know if this deserves the name Skin Pastel. I would say it's kind of like a muted pink, but it's a pretty color and I enjoy using it and I think a lot of people will like it. I think if memory serves, this is one of the things that attracted me about the Molotow versus Posca. I didn't feel that the colors in Posca were like my colors, so that just was one of the reasons that I feel like I never fell in love with them. Next we have Fuchsia Pink. This one is new to me and of course I wanted to have all the pinks. On the outside it looks very, very similar to the next color, Magenta, but let's see how it compares. So this is quite a bluish pink, which I love, but then again, I really love all pinks. Okay, it's quite different. This is Magenta, and here you can see them next to each other. So very, very different. I really like this kind of pink. I think it'll be very used and loved. Then we have Burgundy. It's really great to have some darks. Again, I think these, for me personally, these really shine with bright colors, some darks, and then some really, really light colors because I use them to add details to my paintings. Next is Lilac Pastel. This is a color I've had for a while and I really love it. It's just as beautiful as you can see. Lilac Pastel. I would say the cap is not the most accurate. This looks a lot darker and more muted than the actual color. Then we have Purple Violet, again a color I've had for some time and I use a lot. I really like to use these kind of darks that are not just, you know, gray or brown, but rather have a bit of color. Now the burgundy looks really, really brownish to me. I don't know. Looks a lot more brown than the cap. Okay, next is probably one of my favorite colors. I'm really into this color lately. This is Blue Violet Pastel. I would say this is kind of like a lavender, yeah, Blue Violet Pastel. Love, love, love this color. And this is one of my most favorite, colors in the range. Next, a new one, Ceramic Light Pastel. So this is another pastel, but it's just more of a basic blue. It doesn't lean so purple. And there it is. Then we have True Blue. That's the color. I think it looks a bit prettier on the camera than it does in reality. It looks a bit more purpley on camera. In real life, it's probably not my kind of blue, but they don't really have an ultramarine. So that's a bit of a shame. That I would really enjoy. Next is Petrol. This looks kind of like, oh, it's a pretty color. So I don't know how to describe it, but it's a little bit of like a dark, a little bit like muted blue. Next we have Turquoise. This is another new to me color that I really wanted to add, and it's, as the name suggests, it looks like a really pretty turquoise. Then we have Lago Blue Pastel. Let's see, this is an interesting color. Ooh, this one I think a lot of you would love this. So this is like, I would say like a sage green. So like a muted grayish green. Really, really pretty. These are the colors that, you know, if you find like this specialty color, I really enjoy them. Then we have Calypso Middle, or wait, I wrote the German one. Yeah, Calypso Middle. And this is a fun color that I use a lot for like leaves and stuff. Lagoon Blue, it's another color that I've had for some time and I enjoy. It's kind of like, I would say, a teal color. Then we have Poison Green, another color I like. It's really great for like highlights and details. It really pops. Now this is new, Grasshopper, but it looked like a pretty green. Yeah, this would be fun. So kind of like a bright green. Then this was interesting, Future Green. This looks like the cap is very, very, very dark, kind of mossy green. Yeah, there you can see the color. Nice. Then we have Amazonas Light, which is another color I've had for some time and I really like it. It's kind of like this olive green. Really like this color. Metallic Gold. Wanted to try this. I am not a silver person. I'm definitely gold. Let's see. Yeah, this is not very, very metallic, I would say. And it's not like super shiny or, you know, chrome. So I'm not sure. I really like it. And then Signal Black, which my daughter had some fun with it, so it's a little bit tired. Now, another thing I got, this I ordered, this wasn't in my local shop, is I wanted to show you though, they have also these. So these are called Acrylic Twin, and they have one side that is 4 millimeters and one side that is 1.5 millimeters. So I just wanted to try these. These are more expensive because, you know, you get 2 markers, but I'm not sure if they are for me. But so I got one color. This is the thinner So this is nice. I feel like you can get a little bit more control and kind of thinner lines with this compared to this. It's not a huge difference, but it's definitely a difference. And then I just wanted to try the one. The 4mm I think is pretty large for what I like, but I'm also painting on canvases, and for those maybe this would be a good size. It's the kind of line you get with it, and then this is the kind of line you get with the one, and then this is the 2. So I don't know, I'm not sure. Unless you really want like to have both sides, I'm not sure this is worth the extra money. I'll play with it and see how I like it. Sometimes, you know, you're not sure if you're gonna love something and then it's amazing. But for me, the 2mm are my current favorite. And then I also wanted to try this. This is called Dripstick. And this is I think this would be really fun for posters, like for canvases. So you see it has this kind of tip. It's like a little foam applicator, I guess with a roller or something. If you push it, then there's a lot more product coming out. This is the color gold. I just got the one to see, and the size is 6mm. This is quite chromy. So this definitely has more of a metal finish and look than the marker. And then I thought I would try the white because that's also always fun. These are all refillable. Interesting. So this one just has the roller without that foam tip. And this is 3mm. Did I say that? So I don't know how much. Yeah, we're not going to see a lot. But I will let you know how I like it. For me, the white is only good if it's super opaque. So we'll see how this performs and if I enjoy using it. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you figure out, you know, if you want to try these, which colors to grab. Again, I'll tell you my absolute favorites. I love the vanilla pastel, I love the lilac pastel, and the blue violet pastel. Those are like my favorites. And then the Calypso middle is also fun. But I've been using all the ones that I've had, that I have quite a bit. I really enjoy them. So let me know if you've tried these, if you're interested in them, what do you think of them? I would love to know. I'll see you in another video soon. Take care, bye bye.